Hello YouTube, Flight Sim Guy here. I'm in the process of doing a South American tour, and I'm planning a couple of other tours. And I just wanted to take a moment to share with you the process of how I do these tours with regards to flight planning. Now, I found this, which I created back in 2000, a long time ago. And I know a lot about simming and flight planning now than I did back then. Now, in this case, this is a tour around the West Indies, starting at Kingston, Jamaica, winding up at Kingston, Jamaica. And this is what I put together. Now, obviously, knowing what I know now, this is kind of amateurish, but I can still use this to do some good, to put together a good flight plan. Now, in this case, what you want to do is go to a map of some sort and pick the countries and the airports you want to go to and from. In this case, I have all the cities and the airports for my departure and my arrivals. Now, what I want to do is show you how I actually put together a detailed flight plan for each of these. Now, in this case, let's go ahead and do a flight plan from Kingston, Jamaica to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. So, after you identified the country and the airport that you're taking off from and where you're landing, the truth of the fact is the rest of this stuff you really don't need. I did all this research for nothing. But once you have the codes for your departure and arrival airports, this is what I do. Alright, so we're going from Kingston to Haiti. So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and pull up Simbrief, simbrief.com. Click on flight plan. Alright, departure MKJP, MKJP, arrival MTPP, MTPP. And as you can see, it put together a nice straight line. Now, technically speaking, you could do a GPS direct flight, or in the FMC, simply enter the departure and arrival and it'll put a straight line. But in the real world, that's not how it works. I did a video back on SIDS and Stars, and the truth of the fact is there are highways in the sky. And in Simbrief, you can see those highways by clicking on World High or World Low. World Low are Victor Airways. I think those are below 18,000 feet. World High are Jetways above 18,000 feet. In this case, we are traveling from one country to another, 260 nautical miles. We want jetways. So you go ahead and click on World High, and these are all the jetways. So what you want to do next is go ahead and zoom in. Now, in this case, taking off from Kingston, as it so happens, there is a jetway right here, UG633, and there's another jetway right here, or you can go straight. Now, in reality, you want to stick with the jetways. So we can do one or two things. In other words, we want a flight plan to stick to one of these highways in the sky. We can do one or two things. We can go this way, or we can go this way. And what's the most logical is to take the path of least resistance. So what you do is you want all your lines to be on a jetway. So I'm just going to grab this line and pull it to this waypoint right here and put plan, and there it is. Or we could delete the waypoint. We could try this. No. Put a waypoint here and then drag this here. Select that waypoint, and that would take us straight to Haiti. Okay, no, that's not right. There's a line there and there's a line there. Okay, so let's go ahead and click delete waypoint. Let's go ahead and delete this waypoint and delete this waypoint. Let's try that again. MTPP. Alright. Right click here to create a waypoint, and then we can move this line here and click that waypoint, and there you go. So it goes from here to here to here. The point is you want your flight plan to be along one of the highways in the sky, and in this case I just had to move a couple. Okay, next what you do is you go to Simbrief. In this case, we have what? Total distance is 272 miles. So in Simbrief, you go ahead and create a new flight give it your airline, virtual airline, whatever you want to call it. And over here, I just go ahead and put 1000. Our departure is going to be MKJP. And our arrival is going to be MTPP. Units in pounds. In this case, for this kind of flight, since it's going to be over open water, let's go ahead and use the 757. These are the aircraft I have programmed in Simbrief. I could use the Embraer 145 or the E-Jets, but let's go ahead and use the 757. Okay? Now, all the people have done similar flights, and Simbrief automatically pulls up a flight plan that someone else has done before if you're going from Kingston, Jamaica to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. In this case, let's get rid of that. We are going to use what Skyvector produced, which is this. So just highlight that, Control C, come over to Simbrief, Control V, cut and paste, hit Analyze Route, and it's valid. And as you can see, Simbrief did it exactly the way it is in Skyvector. And go ahead and put passengers. Let's say we want to do a full flight, make it 230. Cargo, I don't know, 5,000 pounds. And then I don't need notice to airmen, don't need runway analysis. We probably want planned step climbs and ETOPS, and then hit generate OPF. And here's a flight plan that Simbrief created. What you want to do next is, for a lot of the add-ons, you can just go ahead and import the flight plan. So what you can do is download the flight plan for the specific add-on that you want, or you can download the generic flight plan for P3D and FSX. Just hit download, and it goes ahead and downloads it to your computer. And the next thing you want to do is hit print view PDF, and then hit Control S to save, and then you can go ahead and save your flight plan. Alright, that was straightforward. Let's do another one. Let's do one that's pretty, a long flight. This one right here. Port-au-Prince, Haiti to Havana, Cuba. MTPP to MUHA. Alright, so over here, you click this to clear your flight plan. We are going from MUHA, and we are going to Havana, Cuba. I'm sorry, we're going from Port-au-Prince, MTPP, and we're going to Havana, Cuba, MUHA. There. Let's zoom out. That's what it looks like normally. Straight line. But we want to stick to jetways. So what we want to do is turn on World High, zoom in. We're taking off from Port-au-Prince. Okay, we want to get on a jetway. Our best bet, let's see here. We want to get on a jetway. Our best bet would be to go here, hit plan. That's the intersecting waypoint. And then we want to, I guess, fly over Jamaica. So you left mouse click, drag your line. And in this case, we want, actually that's Santiago, what is this, Cuba? Yeah. In this case, we can choose the VOR station, or we can choose just GPS or whatever. Let's go ahead and choose the VOR station. And next, we want to stay on jetways. So drag this to here. Hit plan. In this case, it's an NDB station. And then drag to go here. And we want to plan. In this case, it's a VOR station. And we want to go to this VOR station. And then drag to this waypoint. In this case, we want the Clara waypoint right there, and then we want J4 drag to here. That's the VOR station, and then that takes you straight into Havana. Now let's zoom out. It looks a little bit crooked. It's obviously not a straight line, but that's how it is when it comes to flying IFR. You want to fly on established jetways in the sky. Okay, so now we come over to Simbrief, new flight. We are going from, enter airline flight number, which can be whatever you want. We're going from MTPP, Port-au-Prince, to MUHA. Select units. In America we use pounds, not kilograms, whatever you want. Obviously all the people have created flight plans. You don't want to use theirs. Blank that out. Go back over to Skyvector. Highlight your flight plan that you just created. Hit Control C. Go back over to Simbrief. Hit Control V. Cut and paste. And then hit Analyze Route. And that's what it looks like. And in this case, it's another long distance flight, relatively speaking. Let's go ahead and use the 757. Let's go ahead and give ourselves 200 and let's say 220 passengers. Let's make it interesting. 10,000 pounds of cargo. Zero fuel weight is automatic. It will automatically compute fuel burn en route, taxi at departure and arrival, reserve, and fuel for an alternate. You don't need these notice to airmen. You can leave step climb analysis. The route's good. Hit generate OPF or OFP. Here's our flight plan. If you want, you can go ahead and download the flight plan file however you want. There's also a VATSIM prefile or a prefile on the network, whether it's Pilot, Edge, or VATSIM. You can go ahead and hit prefile, and what that does is it will forward or file the information from Simbrief to one of these networks. All it needs is a user ID and password. Very handy if you're going to fly online. Otherwise, view, print PDF, and here's your flight plan. Has all the information you're going to need. How much fuel for the trip, 15-minute reserve, alternate, extra reserve, block amount of fuel, gives you the distance, average wind, everything you need. It also includes, there is a METAR report in here. I won't take the time to find it. There's your passengers, cargo, all that good stuff. There is a METAR report that also shows the weather at both departing and destination airports. I do my flight planning ahead of time, so obviously before I take off I have to get the weather reports before I leave, before I do my departure. But it has all the information that you're going to need. It also has winds aloft, and this is all real world. Here's your step climb analysis. And this right here is the actual route. You take off from top of climb, and these are your waypoints. Shows you the flight level you need to fly at. Shows you the wind components, outside air temperature. Everything you need for a flight can be generated right here. So between Skyvector and Simbrief, you have everything you need to do a good flight plan. Hopefully you find this video useful. My name is Flight Sim Guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.